Hi, I'm Richard.
Hi, I'm John.
We're from the Phoenix Society, and we're going to talk about gaining the blade, mechanical advantage, stringere, what that's all about. And it's actually the bread and butter of rapier fighting. If you don't understand this concept, don't know how to use it, you're going to get in trouble. The short version is you gain more leverage over your opponent's sword. You turn your knuckles in the correct direction, and you win. Case in point. I place more sword over John's sword. I turn my knuckles towards his blade. It's the true edge. I then bring my strong to his weak, and I thrust it. Done incorrectly, I gain more sword over his, and for whatever reason I do the wrong thing, I turn the weak edge, and I thrust. And John can counter me, and we kill each other. If I don't bring my guard towards his weak, it's in trouble too. Here, it looks all good. Turn it like that, and I do that. Right? Well, that didn't work right. So you need to do a couple things. You need to gain more sword over theirs. You've got to try to bring your strong part of your sword to the weak point of theirs in order to make that lunge really, really good. And John will demonstrate on me. He gained it.
Got more sword over, knuckles towards. Okay, knuckles.
Okay. Sounds easy enough. Problem is that the other guy knows it too, if he's worth his salt. So what happens in rapier fighting is you're going to have guys kind of jockeying for position, and the masters have different ideas of how to handle that. Spanish, for example, they're perfectly content touching swords, and then which is called tacto, and then taking something called the tajo, where they try to place their blade over theirs. They actively choose it. Italians, not so much. Italians say, well, try not to touch blade too much, and try to, from out of measure or just in measure, try to figure it out, right? I think I got it here. Yeah. So I'm going to make my go. Trying to not really tip them off as to where I'm coming from. It's up to you how you kind of want to approach that. But keep in mind your opponent will be doing the same thing. He's trying to gain your blade. As you start doing that, as you try to gain one another's blade, gain mechanical advantage, find the sword, you might be seeing a guy waste tempo. When he does that, it creates an opportunity for attack. And that's kind of where fencing comes in. As John and I are both each in measure, he can reach me. I can reach him. If I make a tempo that's non-offensive, so his sword's gained over mine, and I do a cavazione, he decides to lunge, he can kill me in the motion of my tempo. I was trying to find his sword, because he found mine first. I made the mistake of, oh, I'll just go to the other side. It won't work, right? He's got me. When you find someone's sword, they are really screwed. Case in point, I've gained John's sword. If he lunges at me, well, he does all work for me. Right? If he does nothing, I get hit. If he backs up, see that pass? Gives me extra distance. It's kind of slow, but since he's going backwards, we're like there. If he tries to force my blade over and gains leverage that way, think, oh, that might work. He's going the wrong way. He's actually putting force this way towards the camera, and what I'll do, as soon as I feel that, in the tempo of his movement sideways, I take a tempo to counter it and thrust. So that's how measure, tempo, and finding the blade kind of all match up. Now I've gained it. Go ahead and gain mine. Now he's got it. Now I've got it. Now he's got it.
You want to show a lunge?
You want to get it? And from way out here, you can try to do it in advance. So I'm thinking ahead. I think I've got it. Come in that way.